Urchin. I got a chance to see this movie this weekend and not that impressed. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to never miss a video. We have daily film content, including movie reviews, movie news, and so much more. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button to never miss a video. Today we are talking about the new film Urchin, which I'm pretty sure is a British film. It takes place in the UK. It's about a addict named Mike who is struggling, and we kind of see him in his day-to-day life. The film starts off with him literally waking up on the curb with some music playing nearby, and we just kind of have this insight of his day-to-day life. There is no prior backstory on how he got into drugs or why he's addicted or anything of that nature. It just kind of just throws us right into him living on the streets and kind of takes us in on the day-to-day life of an addict. A homeless addict, I should add. Now, I have to start by saying I don't particularly like this film. I feel like it definitely tried to tackle a very serious subject matter and try to shine a light on a very serious and problematic issue that it goes on across the world with addiction. And I feel like it just doesn't do a very good job at capturing anything other than just this very raw footage of what it's like to be an addict, but the way he kind of captures this film and the way the film kind of takes place, it really is just mind-numbingly it's just very mind-numbingly dull, and it doesn't do anything but really just reinforce stereotypes that the general public probably already has, and it doesn't do a good job at all at telling us a story. It's simply there's no character arc. There is no, desire to do more or to do better. It's just a very dull, kind of look. It almost feels like a documentary, but not really, because even documentaries would be more interesting and would be more attention-grabbing. I feel like we've seen so many films about this subject matter, and all which do better. Requiem for a Dream, Transponding, Three Good Days. There's so many films that That's My Boy. That's not my boy. As Amsterdam. With Timothy Chalamet and Steve Carell. It's on something I'm thinking of. I can't just draw a blank on it. There's so many great movies that really kind of tackle the subject matter and do such a better job at doing it. Like, we have this scene shortly thereafter, an introduction, where this guy who obviously is very well off, wearing a suit, not necessarily a suit and tie, but wearing a suit, very much a business person in a more relaxed setting, tries to help him because he gets in a fight with another homeless addict who he knows. He's all these people are watching. He's the only one who tries to intervene. After breaking it up, so to speak, without actually physically breaking it up, he offers to buy him something to drink. He gets him something to drink, and then he offers to buy him food. And then as he's taking him to this place to get food, he's going out of his way to be overly kind to this person. He's going out of his way to humanize him, and there's this whole monologue about how that the government, nobody looks at them as humans, and there's this dehumanization of people living on the streets, and this whole stigma, and it's just going this monologue. And then as they're walking, he just straight up robs the guy, just beats the hell out of him and robs him, kind of playing into that entire stereotype in this monologue that they're kind of going into. And you kind of have this person who's trying to do the right thing, and it just it felt like the film was very much playing back into the stereotypes that this guy was trying to, this Good Samaritan was trying to go against, or try to talk about, or talk against. If you see Requiem for a Dream, which I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong, I've been caught on it before, not really sure how to pronounce it, kind of close, I guess. Jared Leto's character constantly steals his mother's TV and gives it to the pawn shop and sells it for a few bucks to go get drugs. You see this all, but that was a reoccurring pattern that he had. And the mother was like, even the pawn shop owner was just like, said to the mother, "Why don't you turn him in? Like, he keeps doing it. Why don't you turn him in?" And, she tells about his only son, and you have this sense of connection, and you have this sense of reasoning behind his actions and her actions for not turning him in. But also, even he has this sense of remorse every time he does it. Like, he doesn't want to do it, but it's the desire, it's the addiction eating away at him, and that's what's causing him to do it, so to speak. And you have a more in-depth insight of his character, and all the characters for that matter. Every character in that film has a very in-depth insight, and we see firsthand that they're human side, and there's more to them than just their addiction, and it gives us a more in-depth look at that side of the character. Whereas in this film, it doesn't give us really any inside look at anything. It's really just tone deaf in everything other than what's taking place and the actions in which are occurring. So it feels very tone deaf. There is nothing here really to kind of grapple you in and pull you in as far as storytelling goes. It's very dull. There is no arc. There is no embitterment. There is nothing about this story that's appealing. Honestly, I can't say a good thing about this movie. I feel like I just spent the entire time ranting about how awful this movie was. So again, I can't recommend this movie. I definitely say this is a skip for me. There's nothing really that I would recommend about this film, or even, off the top of my head, I can't even think of anything that would say that there's even a reason to watch this on streaming. So I'm going to have to go ahead and give this one a skip. Don't even bother wasting your time. I just kind of saw it because it lined up my movie day. It just kind of took in place. I just had no marketing for this film, no trailers, went in blind, and kind of wish I didn't go in at all. On the off chance you've seen this movie, I'm dying to know, what are your thoughts? Comment below, let me know.